Who I am is not important. Neither is my age or just any question you could ask me. What is important is that I found something. A week ago my dog died. It was a natural death. The old chipper was 16, which is very remarkable for a dog. He had been my best friend for as long as I can remember. Santa Claus. It might have been my dad, in a very bad Santa suit, brought him to me when I was 10. And Cargo was still a small pupper. I left home when I was 20 and took him with me. God, I love that dog. Since it was such a personal thing for me, I decided I wanted to go bury him in the field where we'd always go play together. I had wrapped him in blankets, had my shovel, and got to work. I think my hole must have been around 1 meter deep. I was done, sat on the edge, and smoked a cigarette. At last, a little break before I put Cargo in his grave. It was then I noticed it. A small piece of a backpack was sticking out of the ground. I dug it up, searched the contents, and I found 3 cassette tapes inside. There was nothing else inside. The cassettes intrigued me, so I put them in the car, and threw the backpack, or what was left of it because all of the decay in the nearby trash can. I won't bore you with the details about how I cried when I buried Cargo. And I'll be honest, that day was so emotional for me I totally forgot about the tapes when I got home. I wish I had forgotten them forever. 3 days later, I was cleaning my car out and I found the tapes in the glove compartment. The day after, I went to my mom's house to pick up their old cassette player. And I guess this is where my story begins. I'm going to write down every word that was said.
Please let me go, Agent. I don't want to talk about it.
A deep sigh is heard, and the man who I presume is the agent starts talking. Agent. Ma'am, either way, I'm hearing this story. Now I have a colleague in the other room who has a certain skill, or expertise if you will, in getting people to talk. I could send you over to that room and I assure you, you'll be begging to come back and tell your story. Now call me a softy, but I don't want to send you into that room. Do you agree with me? Now please state your name and age and date.
My name is Eve. I'm 20 years old, and this is the 2nd of June.
Very good, ma'am. Please tell me, what happened 3 nights ago?
Me and a friend had decided to go hiking in the woods. We had brought our camping gear with us because we were planning on making this a 2-day hike. Neither of us had been to that forest before, but I got the tip from another backpacker on Reddit.
Can you show us the person who recommended it to you?
No, the account had just disappeared. His messages are gone as well.
Okay, now please, tell me what happened when you were there in that forest.
Please don't make me say it.
Okay, I'll get a guard and you can spend some time in the other room.
No, please, I'll tell you. We had been hiking for some hours when we decided it was time to set up the tent because it was getting dark. My friend Garth was cooking up some dinner, and I went to check our surrounding area. It was then I heard it. It was like a child laughing.
You heard a laughing child in the forest at night?
No, you don't understand. It was like a child's laughter, like somebody was mimicking it. I started to get freaked out and went back to Garth. I couldn't have been gone for more than 5 minutes. But when I returned, Garth had this look in his eyes, like he was focused on something. But I couldn't find what it was. I asked him what was wrong, and he asked me, "Did you see them?" He just kept looking at the fire we had made. I asked him what I was supposed to have seen, but he just kept looking into the fire. In his softest voice, he told me, "They are not children, but they like to pretend they are." His pupils dilated. He looked up at me for the first time and started screaming, "We can't look at them. Oh my God." He started scratching his own eyes out. He kept screaming and I tried to stop him. I tried to take control of his arms and begging him to stop, but he was so much stronger than me, so I just started running away. I don't know if I ran for 10 minutes or an hour. I was crying and screaming the whole time. Eventually, I must have hit a branch, and I fell down. I got in a sitting position, and I felt a warm liquid running over my head. It was blood. When I wiped the blood and tears away, she stood there. It was like a painting, a long night dress, the moon shining and reflecting in her blonde hair. There were even roses around her feet. And she was smiling, the innocent smile of a little girl. She couldn't have been more than 10 years old, but her face wasn't right.
Can you explain?
The features weren't right, I suppose. I can't name it exactly. It was just wrong. But I felt so lost and freaked out, and I asked her who she was. She gave me this most prettiest smile and told me, "I don't have a name, but I do exist." And she let out a small giggle. To be honest, I can't even remember if I heard her say the words, or if they just formed in my head.
What happened after that?
She took me back to the house.
Please tell me about the black house.
No, please don't. Don't make me, please.
Miss, calm down, please.
We can't talk about it. We can't look at them. We just can't.
Jay, get in here. She's losing it again. That's where the first tape ended. I have listened to it twice, and I have no idea what to make out of it. This must be like a prank or a weird audio story or some sort, but it seems so real. The fear in her voice and her hysteria near the end. I don't know what to make of it. We still have 2 tapes to go, so I will try to update soon.